जय कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जय माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। जय माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी। श्री राधा माधव जी की, श्री राधा श्याम सुंदर शाखा देवी जी की, श्री श्री कृष्ण बलराम की, श्री श्री गौर नित्यानंद जी की, शिला प्रभुपाद की, शिला गुरुदेव की, नित्याय गौ प्रेमानंदे। हरि हरि बोल। हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी माता जी। वेलकम टू टुडे श्रीमद् भगवद गीता सेशन। One of the most referred verse by Srila Prabhupada is going to be today for discussion between us, and verse is 18.55. Each and every verse of Srimad Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam is non-different from Krishna. They represent Krishna, personified Krishna. We should not discriminate at any time, but of course, some verses are there which are so lovable by all the devotees, and Srila Prabhupada referred this particular verse 310 times. You can imagine. In his talks, his lectures, in his purports, he referred 310 times this verse. So very beautiful verse, Before touching the page of Srimad Bhagavatam, let us pay our obeisances, so we are qualified to touch Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Om Ajnantimirandhasya Jnananjana-salakaya Chakshurnamilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Shri Chaitanya-manobhishtam स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं सागरजातं सगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादां सगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत श्रीराधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्रीराधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। हरे कृष्णा। So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, titled as the perfection of renunciation. And we are reading verse number 55. Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan yaschasmi tatvatah tatah mam tatvatah gyatva visate tatanantaram भक्त्या ममभिजानाति यावान् चास्मि तत्त्वतः ततो मां तत्त्वतो ज्ञात्वा विस्ते तदनन्तरम् भक्त्या ममभिजानाति यावान् चास्मि तत्त्वतः ततो मां तत्त्वतो ज्ञात्वा विस्ते तदनन्तरम् भक्त्या ममभिजानाति यावान् चास्मि तत्त्वतः ततो मां तत्त्वतो ज्ञात्वा विस्ते तदनन्तरम्। प्लीज रिपीट। भक्त्या मामभिजानाति भक्त्या मामभिजानन्ति यावन् चास्मि तत्त्वतः अतो मां तत्त्वतो ज्ञात्वा विस्ते तदनन्तरम् माताजी भक्त्या ममभिजानाति यावाञ्च सास्मि तत्त्वतः विस्ते तदनन्तरम् हरे कृष्ण भक्त्या by pure devotional service mam me abhijanati one can know yavan as much as yaha chasmi as I am tatvatah in truth tataha thereafter mam me tatvatah in truth gyatva knowing visate he enters tadanantaram thereafter. Translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki one can understand me as I am as the Supreme Personality of Godhead only by devotional service, and when one is in full consciousness of me, by such devotion he can enter into the kingdom of God. Please repeat. One can understand me as I am as the Supreme Personality of Godhead only by devotional service, and when one is in full consciousness of me, by such devotion he can enter into the kingdom of God. Please hear the purport, wonderful purport. The Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna and his plenary portions cannot be understood by mental speculation nor by the non-devotees. If anyone wants to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he has to take to the pure devotional service under the guidance of a pure devotee. Otherwise, the truth of Supreme Personality of Godhead will be always hidden. As already stated in Bhagavad Gita 7.25, Naham Prakasa Sarvasya Yogi. He is not revealed to anyone. No one can understand God simply by erudite scholarship or mental speculation. Only one who is actually engaged in Krishna consciousness and devotional service can understand what Krishna is. University degrees are not helpful. One who is fully conversant with the Krishna science becomes eligible to enter into the spiritual kingdom, the abode of Krishna. Becoming Brahman does not mean that one loses his identity. Devotional service is devotional service is there, and as long as devotional service exists, there must be God, the devotee, and the process of devotional service. Such knowledge is never vanquished, even after liberation. Liberation involves getting free from the concept of material life. In spiritual life, the same distinction is there, the same individuality is there, but in pure Krishna consciousness. One should not mistakenly think that the word Visate enters into me supports the monist theory that one becomes homogeneous with the impersonal Brahman. No, Viste means that one can enter into the abode of Supreme Lord in one's individuality to engage in his association and render service unto him. For instance, a green bird enters a green tree, not to become one with the tree, but to enjoy the fruits of the tree. Impersonalists generally give the example of a river flowing into the ocean and merging. This may be a source of happiness for the impersonalist, but personalist keeps his personal individuality, like an aquatic in the ocean. We find so many living entities within the ocean. If we go deep, surface acquaintance with the ocean is not sufficient. One must have complete knowledge of aquatics living in the ocean depths. Because of his pure devotion service, a devotee can understand the transcendental qualities and the opulence of Supreme Personality, Supreme Lord in truth. As it is stated in 11th chapter, only by devotion service one can understand. The same is confirmed here. One can understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead by devotional service and enter into his kingdom. After attainment of Brahmabhuta stage of freedom from material conceptions, devotional service begins by one's hearing about the Lord. When one hears about the Supreme Lord, automatically the Brahmabhuta stage develops, and material contamination, greediness, lust for sense enjoyment disappears. As the lust and desire disappear from the heart of a devotee, he becomes more attached to the service of the Lord. And by such attachment, he becomes free from material contamination. In that state of life, he can understand the Supreme Lord. This is the statement of Srimad Bhagavatam also. After liberation, the process of bhakti or transcendental service continues. In Vedanta the Vedanta Sutra 4.1.12 confirms this. Aprajayanti tatrapi na drashtam. This means that after liberation, the process of devotional service continues. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, real devotional service, liberation is defined as reinstatement of the living entity in his own identity, his own constitutional position. The constitutional position is already explained. Every living entity is a part and parcel of fragmental portion of Supreme Lord. Therefore, his constitutional position is to serve. After liberation, this service is never stopped. Actual liberation is getting after free from misconception of life. Srila Prabhupada ki, what a wonderful purport, Prabhuji Mataji. There is no need further explanation. See, this verse, as I said, that referred by Srila Prabhupada 310 times in his lectures, talks, purports of Srimad Bhagavatam, etc. Why? Everyone is, without exception, is burned into the fire of this material world. Every day we sing Sansara Davanal Nidhaloka. This is Davanal. Davanal means blazing fire. And we all are suffering from that. Bhagavad Gita beauty is, it gives us the very beautiful, unique formula. For example, this verse itself. It gives the information how to enter the kingdom of God. Visteta Danantaram. You enter. Only condition is given as Bhaktya Mamabhi Janati. By only devotional service. So basically, what is the devotional service? What is the devotion? What it gives us? What is the process? And who is qualified to do the devotional service? This very big question. Can anybody do devotional service? So we'll answer all those things in tools of discussion. But when we talk service or seva, whose devotional service we are going to do? Of course, Krishna. But is only Krishna is enough? Will he be happy if we ignore his as close associates, his devotees. No, we are serving only Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam teaches us this. In 5.5.2 of Srimad Bhagavatam, when Rishabdev is teaching his 100 sons, what is he telling? मैं सेवाम द्वारम ahur vimukter. Mahat sevam. So seva is there. But whose seva? He is saying Mahat. Those great personalities who are attached to Krishna, his pure devotees, their service. Mahat seva. So fine, if we do the Mahat seva, what is the result of that? The result is Dwaram Ahur Vimukte. Vimukte means liberation. As Prabhupada told in the purport, liberation doesn't mean you go and merge. Very clear. Visteta Anantaram. That means a devotee never thinks of going and merging into the Brahman. Kapil Dev, when he is instructing Mata Devhuti, he defines 5 types of liberations. Right? And he clearly tells, Srila Prabhupada writes in the purport also. He says that a devotee never desires any kind of liberation even. Forget about Brahman. Doesn't desire any liberation. He only wants the service. And we have so many examples of this service. Who is asking for this service? We are seeing Dhruv Maharaj. We are seeing Prahlad Maharaj. We are seeing Vratasur. So nice prayers of Vratasur during the fight with the Indra. So everybody is looking, saying we don't want anything material. You are asking us to ask for a boon. We don't want any boon. We simply want the service of pure devotees. Talk of Prathu Maharaj. What Prathu Maharaj asked? He asked, give me 10,000 years. I want to hear the glories using my 10,000 years. If I have 10,000 years and hear more and more and more and more. This is the nature of a devotee. So, this devotional service, first of all, we should understand, if you are doing a devotional service, bhakti, if you are doing it, it has to be susukam. Susukam means with happiness. You go and serve somebody with a rotten banana face. It's not good, right? You should go a watermelon bright face, happy mood. So devotional service is the susukam. That's what Krishna told Arjuna in 9.2. What he says? Raj Vidya Raj Goyam Pavitramutvam Susukam Kartum Avyam. That it is performed by in a happy mood, not otherwise. So devotional service when is performed, it is performed basically in a happy mood by serving the Lord's devotees. And if you see the example, today Prabhuji was referring to the Shrudeva Bahulas or Panchugada Prabhu in the class, English Bhagavatam class. What is the beauty there? When Lord Krishna goes to the Shrudeva house, he is a great devotee. He travels along with his devotees, sages. And Sukdev is dancing and he wants to serve Lord in pure devotional mood. What Krishna is telling to Sukdev Brahmana? He is telling, my dear, if you really want to satisfy me, you want to directly serve me, you serve my devotees. I'll be more pleased when you serve my devotees. So that should be the mood. As I said, sansar down in this whole material world, we have material senses, we have material moods, and because of that we are all suffering. But question is, when do we realize that are we really suffering? Those who are drug addicts in the beginning, they think that we are in the not cloud 7, cloud 9, right? They are seems to be so happy. But who can recognize who is away from that? If everybody is bound, nobody can feel the happiness of being free. Happiness of being free only can be realized by the person who is free, not otherwise. So, in this material world, we have an example of Mata Devhuti. When Mata Devhuti, we know the pastime, we will not go into the details. When sitting in front of her son, Lord Kapila, at that time, she speaks very nice verse. 3:25:7. What is saying? Nirvanna nitram bhuman. Nirvanna nitram bhuman asit indriya tarsatat. Yena sambhavamanena prapanadhanam tamam prabho. He is telling, I am very sick. Mata Devhuti is saying, I am sick. Sick of what? Disturbance caused by the material senses. And Mata Devhuti, wife of Kardam Muni, in that aeroplane, she traveled all the places, saw everything. She is realizing this material senses is cause of disturbance. That means all the enjoyment through the material senses, material enjoyment is cause of disturbance. And then she says, for because of this sense disturbance, my Lord, I have fallen into the abyss of ignorance. Next stage is the moment you start having sense enjoyment, material sense enjoyment, next stage becomes ignorance. Then you fall into ignorance, then you are driven away from the Lord. You are not into the process of devotion service. And that's how Lord Kapila start instructing Mata Devhuti about the devotion service. So maybe you can read at home. The third canto, 25th chapter is full of description of devotion service. We will see the glimpse of few items. And Lord Kapila advises, oh dear mother, the self realization cannot be attained by any kind of yogis. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna discussed Karam Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Dhyan Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga. Lord Kapil is clearly telling that this self-realization cannot be attained by any kind of yogis unless he engages in pure devotional service. So whether you are in Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Dhyan Yoga, or Bhakti Yoga, if you are not doing with devotional service, it is not going to give you the result. You cannot realize. That is only a auspicious path. If you are doing Gyan, Dhyan, all these things, it's an auspicious path, very nice. Keep on doing it. But you have to come back to the finally to devotional service. And then those who are doing devotional service, how do we recognize that? That's also very important. Bhaktyam abhijanati. So how do we recognize that? Then in 3:25:22, Lord Kapila is telling, what is telling? Mayi ananya bhavena bhaktim kurvanti yedradham. Mayi ananya bhavena. That such sadhus, such devotees in staunch devotional service to the Lord without deviation, for the sake of Lord, he renounces all other connections. If you are still attached to whom? If you are still attached to the material things, even your relations, if they are in the material mode, if you are still attached to that, that is a hindrance in the path of devotional service. See the example. Gopis. They had husband, they had children, they had their in-laws to serve. Bhagavatam, our Uddhav, when he went to the Vrindavan, when he is describing the gopis, what he is telling? He is telling they have surrendered everything, all their relations. When Krishna picks up his flute and he starts singing, immediately gopis leave everything, whatever as it is. Don't think, oh, I have this work pending. Suppose there is an invitation for us, there is a Bhagavad Katha. We see our schedule. Are we having a free time or not? We look for a free time. Gopis don't do that. The moment there is a call, drop. Everything drop. They rush. That's what Kapil Bhagwan is telling. And then he says in 23, 325, 23 is telling Mad Asraya Katha Mrashtaha Sranvanti Katyanti Cha Tapanti Vividhastapa Neda Mat Gatin Chetsaha. What is telling? Engage constantly in chanting and hearing about me. Mataji Prabhuji, this is the key. We have to constantly engage in hearing and chanting about Supreme Lord. The sadhus do not suffer. See, the next statement is a very big statement for all of us to push us to follow this path. It's telling the sadhus do not suffer from material miseries. Clear, bold statement. Sadhus do not suffer material miseries. Now you will question. You should question that we see so many sadhus materially suffering. Right? We see big sadhus at the end of this, even Srila Prabhupada, at the end of the bodily discomfort was there. So much discomfort there. Prabhuji is there. But what is this discomfort? Very nice thing is there. Somebody is abusing you. You are going on the way, right? And somebody start abusing you. What is the reaction should be? You may retaliate, number one. You may ignore. You hear and ignore, number two. The best way is you're not hearing at all. He is doing something, let him do. Why do you bother? Why do you care about it? These material miseries will keep coming. We see the example of Pandavas. Arjun is the topmost devotee of Krishna, right? Always Krishna is with him. But still, were they spared from the material miseries, so-called material miseries? They had house burned, Bhima was poisoned, he was thrown to the Ganges, the big war, every step Duryodhana is troubling them. Were they spared? No. This is basically a process of purification. You know, gold, when it has impurities, what we do for the gold impurities? You burn into fire. So all the impurities are going away. So when we see in Sadhu's life from this material eyes that he is suffering, no, it's a purification process. That's how it is happening. Then one of the wonderful verse, Kapil Bhagwan speaks, Satam prasangat mambira samvido bhavan tirtirashrakrayana kathaha tajoshnad apvarga vartmani saddhartir bhakti anukramashyati. Anukramashyati means slowly, stage by stage. What is telling? In the this summarizes the devotional service, this verse particularly. Satam prasangat, in association of devotees, pure devotees. So first and foremost requirement to perform devotional service, we should be in the association of pure devotees. The discussion of pastimes and activities of Supreme Personality Godhead is very pleasing. You may read at home Krishna book. You may read Chaitanya Charitamrita, you may read so many things. Very nice, very fine. But same thing, if you do in the association of devotees, that Kapil Bhagwan is recommending, in the association of devotees, discussion of pastimes and activities of pre-personal Godhead is very pleasing and satisfying to the ear and heart. It goes through the ear, doesn't come out from there. It directly goes to the heart. By cultivating such knowledge, Tad Joshnad Apvarga Vartmani. Apvarga Vartmani, there is a Apvarga, there is a Pavarga. You know that. Pavarga, you know? What is the Pavarga? Pafa Babu, right? Understand, Prabhu? Pafa Baba means, Pa means labor, hard labor. In this material world, everybody is doing the hard labor for what? For material enjoyment. Result of that, Pa, Fa. Fa means Fena. The Fena means like in a horse, when it does lot of hard work, this Fena is coming from his mouth. Fena. Ba. Ba means it becomes waste, Vyartha. And then Fa means fearful. Whatever you accumulate by doing all this hard labor, it comes to you, you are always fearful of losing it. And that's what Lord Brahma told. When the process of creation, he is telling in 3.9.6. What is telling? Tavad Brahm Dramase Rasunan Nimittam. Oh my Lord, the people of this world, they are always fearful of what? Tavad Bhayam. Of what? Dravina, their money, Dehe, their body, like that. So, what is happening? This Bha, fear, a Ma means ultimately ends to the death, Mrityu. But Apavarga means liberation, right? So Lord Kapila is telling, by cultivating such knowledge, one gradually becomes, Anukramashyati, gradually becomes advanced on the path of liberation. And thereafter, he is free. Like Srila Prabhupada wrote in the purport, unless you are free from your material conception of life, you cannot enter the kingdom of God. And there are examples, Prabhuji Mataji, live examples. You know, in the Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, Damodar Leela, right? In Damodar Leela, Mata Yashoda binds Krishna, and finally Krishna goes with the mortar and he uproots those two Yamlarjan trees, right? That's what we see in Bhagavatam. Jiva Goswami has given further information, which is not in the Bhagavatam, in his Gopal Champu. What is giving the information? These two brothers who were cursed by the Narada, who were these two brothers? Nalkubar Manigiri. When they had the darshan of Lord Krishna, they got free from their curse. Lord Krishna gave them a job. You know, what job was given? Their job was go to Viste Tadanantram, enter into my kingdom, Golokadham. And the job is for those two boys, they were named by, again, what were their name? One of them became Madhukantha, whose throat is like a sugar candy. Other one was like a butter. Isnitkantha or Madhukantha. These two. And their job is over there, they will simply chant the pastime of the Lord in the assembly of all the Brajvasis. So we have the example. So Vistitadantaram. So he's saying that thereafter he is freed and his attraction becomes fixed. Then real devotion and devotion service begin. So when you qualify these things, then it begins. Really speaking, when we talk of devotion, everybody is doing service without exception, Prabhuji Mataji. There is no one in this creation who is not doing service. If somebody says, I am not doing service, at least doing service for himself, self-service, right? Without exception. But service we have to do, then we should do the service to the Supreme Personality Godhead and his devotees. And of course, Krishna told clearly to Arjuna that if you follow, there are so many paths. If you follow different path like Nirakar, impersonalism, Klesho adriktastam asakt avyakt asakta chetasam. Klesho is the path of service. If you choose for impersonalism, then it is full of disturbance, miseries. See, when we do this devotional service, now we said, let us see if anybody can do, everybody can do, or only human beings can do, or only certain qualified like Brahmanas can do. No, Krishna doesn't differentiate. He doesn't differentiate. He told in Bhagavad Gita 9.32, Istriyo Vaisata Sudha Tepi Yanti Pramgatim. Istriyo Vaisya Sudha, everybody will get the ultimate goal of life, Paramgatim. So we have example. For example, if we say as a animal, right? Hanumanji, one of the great devotee of the Lord, correct? Even a small squirrel in the Ramlila, Ramayana, we see the very nice example when the great bridge was being built. Hanumanji saw a small squirrel bringing some small pebbles and putting into the ocean. He said, go aside. Hanumanji trying to put her aside. Lord Ram is watching. He took the squirrel on the hand, put his fingers on her. That's why we see the fingers mark on the squirrel. Hanumanji asked, I am putting aside because she may get hurt because everybody is walking. What Lord Ram saw, he saw the service. In that capacity, small capacity, she is just putting small pebbles into the ocean. That service is seen. So each and everyone can do the devotion service. There is no absolutely condition or this thing. Even demons. We have bright example of Prahlad Maharaj, Bali Maharaj, right? Birds, Jatayu, great devotee, right? Kings, Bahulas, anybody without exception can do the devotional service without exception. And when we do this kind of devotional service, knowing Tattvataha, what is the verse? Bhaktam Janati Yavan Chasmi Tattvataha, by truth. And that's what Krishna told in beginning in Bhagavad Gita in 4.9. What did he say? Jarma karma chayame divyam evam yavati tattva takta denam pranam neti mamiti. So Arjun, my pastimes, my appearance, if somebody knows by truth, see, I said formula. This is the one of the powerful formula, 4.9. Just knowing that by truth, Taktva dehanam pranam neti mamiti Arjuna. After leaving this body, you are not going to born again. And that's what he said in 15.6 also. Na tat bhashate suryo, na sasankuna pavaka, yadgat anvartanade tadhama paramam mama. That if you enter my abode, there is no return. And why this is given so specifically? We enter into any loka, Prabhuji Mataji. Whatever loka we are talking about. Up to Brahma loka. There is a repetition. There is an annihilation. Abram Bhumna Loka Punravartino Arjuna. Without exception. Right? Unless you enter into the Vaikuntha planets or the Goloka, you have to come back. You have to come back. That's why Krishna says very clearly 9.25, Yanti devrata devan pitran yanti pitrata bhutani vijaya madbhakta amantimam. That whether you go to Pitraloka, whether you go to Devloka, whatever Loka you go, you have to come back. But when you come to me, there is no coming back. Absolutely. So this devotion service, Prabhuji Mataji, different yogas, people keep on exercising. They don't understand Bhagavad Gita. He told clearly. For a yogi, he told in the 6.46, yogi is a greater than ascetic, greater than empiristic, greater than the fruity worker. Therefore, you become a yogi. First, right? But what kind of yogi? Yogi should be very famous verse 6.47. Yoginam api sarvesham madgaten antaratmana. Saddhavan bhajto imam same yuktamo mataha. The yogi has to be what? Who with great faith, who always abides in me, thinks of me within himself and renders transcendental loving devotion service to me. He is the most intimately united with me. So that kind of yogi you have to become. But is it difficult, Prabhuji Mataji, devotion service? It's very simple. Getting Krishna is not so difficult. And whatever devotion service you do, never goes in vain. Never. And he confirmed in the beginning itself, Krishna. In 2.40, what did he say? Neha vikarnaso asti pratvaina vidte sarvadharmasya te mato bhayat. Arjun, this process, there is never a loss. Material process, there is always a loss. Devotional process, there is never a loss. And that is why what happens, Prabhuji Mataji? He gives simple three things. Again a formula in 8.14. What he give? Ananacheta satatam yo ma vinityasa tasyam sulbha partha nitya yuktasya yogina. First two and fourth line. This is the formula. Ananacheta satam yo. Always remembers me without deviation. Ananacheta, without deviation. Always remembers me. Constant engaged in devotional service. Always remembering me without deviation. Anachetaha and nitya yuktasya. These three things are there. If you do that, then he's telling clearly here. What he's telling? Sulbha partha. I am very easy to obtain. So Krishna is so kind, so merciful, and when he came in the form of devotee, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even more merciful. Simple process. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Follow this process. Srila Prabhupada is most wonderful devotee of the Lord he has sent for us liberation of all the people of this world. Simple formula I gave. 4 regulative principles, chanting, 16 rounds, eating Krishna Prasadam, attending classes. Hari Bol! Very nice. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Srila Gurudev ki, Jai Gaur Premanande. Prabhuji Mata, we have few minutes. If you have any questions, you can talk. Or any addition, if you want to add something, welcome.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. There is in the sloha, there is one word Prabhupada said, Bhagavad Gita 7.25.
Yes.
Naham prakasa sarvasya. He is not revealed to anyone. No one can understand God simply by erudite scholarship or mental speculation.
Correct.
I want, my question is based on this erudite scholarship. If I'm not a scholar in studying Bhakti Sastri, Bhakti Vaibhava, all these things, still I cannot understand Krishna, right? I cannot realize Krishna.
The meaning of that is, when Krishna is
Okay.
that Prabhupada is writing in this, what is the verse there? What he is writing?
Satyamam abjanati.
He is not revealed to everyone.
He is not revealed to everyone.
Everyone. That means it's not anyone. He is not revealed to everyone means not all the people. He is revealed, yes, of course. But to whom is revealed? He is revealed to those people who are his devotees. He is revealed to them. We have to be very careful with every word. Prabhupada is very expert in words meaning. If it is everyone, nobody. Anyone, nobody. Everyone means not to everyone, but to some, yes. Now, example is this. Somebody is very scholar. In Chaitanya, very nice example of, anybody remembers? Keshav Kashmiri.
Kesava Kashmiri.
Keshav Kashmiri example. He is a topmost scholar. Mother Saraswati is sitting on his tongue. But what happened finally? He has to surrender. So scholarship, all the great things doesn't help unless they are in the mood of devotional service. Everything is subservient. Devotional service is the top. There is a very nice story. There is no time for that. But you maybe when you popular story. In his context, quite famous popular story. Lord? No. No, Naradas is popular story. 5 minutes and we tell the story or?
Yes.
One day Narada he came to the earthly planet and he saw a Brahmana. Brahmana is highly scholar, he has read all the Vedas, everything he has done. So Brahmana saw Narada and he asked, oh Narada, where from you are coming? I am coming back Vaikuntha. What is the next stay plan? I am going back to Vaikuntha to see Narayana. I have a question. Can you ask Lord? What is your question? My question is, when I will go? I know I will go to him very soon, but I want to know when. Just ask this question. He said, fine. I will go and ask. Next, Narada Muni saw a cobbler sitting under a tree, hot sun. He's sweating, doing his work. From a distance, this cobbler saw Narada Muni. The moment he saw Narada Muni, he left all his job, he stood up, he started dancing. He brought Narada Muni holding his hand, put 2 bricks over there, made him sit, wash his feet, all these things he did. Narada Muni was very happy. Then he asked, do you have to, I'm going to Vaikuntha, do you want to ask anything? In my life, I have nothing. But anyway, just ask what my Lord is, when I know I cannot go to his kingdom. If I can go to his kingdom, when I will go. Okay. Then Lord Narayana went to Lord Narayana and he asked these are the 2 questions. So Narayana told, tell the Brahmana he will take millions of years. Long time. Maybe very difficult. But this problem will come very soon. The Brahmana is a scholar. He does all the pujas, everything he does. And he has read all the Vedas, Shastras, Puranas, everything he has done. I have told you, you will realize yourself. Narayana comes back. Brahmana says from a distance, oh, you come tell me now. When I'm going next day, tomorrow, be careful. With a heavy heart, listen to the news. What's the news? God has told he will take the fields of this. Forget. You are blind. Did you really go to him? How is it possible? I'm with all these things. I'm not able to go to Lord Narayan, Vaikuntha. Okay, tell me what he was doing it. Lord was doing, he was taking an elephant, putting through a needle of the whole of the needle. Brahmana started laughing, that's not possible. You go away, don't waste my time. Then he came to the Kobra. Again, same treatment to Narad Muni, and Kobra was there. He didn't ask anything. You don't want to ask me once? No, it's okay, but tell me first what my Lord was doing it. He's not interested when I will go. Well, what my Lord was doing it. Narad Muni told he was taking a elephant through the hole of a needle. The moment he heard this, he had all everything. He started jumping, dancing, rolling on the floor. He was, what happened to this guy? What happened to you? Why you are so ecstatic? I'm so because my Lord is the only one who can do this. By all his scholarship, you don't develop the faith, it's all waste. So Prabhupada, when he writes in the purport, it's very right. He is my, see Lord is not revealed to everyone, but of course, those deserve is revealed to them. Bhagavad Gita ki
Prabhu, can I ask one more question? First, I want to clarify devotional service. The purpose, the sloka's main conclusion is only by devotional service only we can realize Krishna. That is the total.
That's the
Yes. Devotional service means chanting, reading Bhagavatam, discussion about Krishna, or some physical labor work, doing different service, different department doing physical service. I want to clarify which is devotional service means.
First, let us understand service. Service means we are serving, right? Serving whom? And next question comes serving whom? Serving material people, serving spiritual people, serving Krishna, whom we are serving. Let us say in temple environment. In temple environment, we have so many duties. What is the sole aim of those duties? He is a brahmachari, he is a devotee, you are all devotee, different capacities we are all serving. Our whole focus, if it is just for service, like when Krishna tells 9.27, Yat karosi, yat asnasi, yat whatever you do serving to me. So whatever service you are doing, you are not looking for any result. Brahmanyavadika then that becomes pure devotional service. Whether it is grooming the floor or you are doing this cleaning, that could be even better than doing the pujari service or giving the lecture if you have some motive in that. That's why Sud Goswami is telling, what is telling? Sevai punsam yato dharmo paro dharme bhaktati. I have to give hritaya atmaso prasidati. It has to be tolerant. So this service, when we talk of the word service, that means first thing is it has to be spiritual, and second thing is it has to be without motivation, any motivation. When we do that, it becomes service. Forget about all other so many big things. No need.
Okay. The reading.
I need a clarification.
Yes.
Rajesh, since the temple management herein, whosoever is managing the temple, they are the representatives of the Guru Maharaj, one who is taking care of the temple and appointed by, and that Guru Maharaj in turn is the disciple of Prabhupada ji. They all are doing it for the pleasure of Prabhupada. In turn, that will go to Lord Krishna. So, serving Bhakti Anukulena with the directions of the temple management, I think that it is the best way to serve whatever is being told to us. So we should, we should try to endeavor to do that.
It's a very nice point. Whatever devotional service we are doing it has to be Anukulena.
Anukul.
Why Anukulena? Just simple example. You want to serve me, right? In whose mood? In your mood
And you're
my mood. You are serving somebody. So for just you go and some Maharaj comes to your house and you want to serve them prasadam, and his health doesn't allow to eat gulab jamun, and your mood is to serve gulab jamun. Will that be good? That will not be good. It has to be anukulam. It's very correct.
Maharaji, one more thing, since I am from Jammu and Kashmir, we don't have such a nice temple, although temple is very nice, but we come here, we are attending such nice classes. Prashadam is here, Govinda is here, and honestly it is taking a lot of effort on the part of the management, and we should try to assist the management whatever they may tell us, whatever they may tell the people, those who are assisting them. So I feel that we should be in consultation with them, what has to be done, how it has to be done, and one should perform that.
Done that only. Just to add, I will add one thing. You said we are from Jammu and Kashmir. One of the our not God brother, but Maharaj, of Guru Maharaj, very close servant. He was serving in army as a captain. Okay. And you know, in the army, he was from I think Jammu and Kashmir only, so they are posted somewhere else. There is no association of anything. Only association is phone calls. They keep calling, discuss something. In each and every situation, the beauty is bhakti is anywhere, everyone, in any situation, it can be performed happily.
It can be performed.
Happily.
Remember,
Remember, of course, bhakti has to be. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhu.